All right, let's keep moving. Let's talk about friends. I'm not talking about the old TV show. I'm talking about the friends of your golden prospect. Why do you want to know their friends? Well, you might know one of them. If you already know one of their friends, what's that going to tell you? You're going to be able to maybe get an introduction from your friend to the golden prospect. And there's some things that you want to look for when you're researching your golden prospect, because you're looking for inroads and how are you going to be able to build a relationship up with this golden prospect. And I'm on Eric Ward's account again, and it's because he was my number one golden prospect. And so what I like using Eric as an example because well, he was my friend, and I also earned a really good link from him, and then the second link, and the third link, and the fourth link, and then I started doing business with him. It was great. It was a success story all the way through. So by me showing you what I did to earn Eric's link and how I kind of went about it to earn the link and how I did the research, kind of shows you that hey, this does work, and that's this just one golden prospect of mine that turned out to be a golden individual and a golden prospect. But yeah, this is what I did when I was researching Eric. All right, so what you do is go to their Twitter account. Obviously, you know how to do that. And what I did is I went all the way down to the beginning. Those are usually their best friends. Do that with your golden prospect too. And when you do that with Eric Ward, that you find the list of anybody who is anybody in in SEO or link building. Eric, they were friends with Eric, and Eric was following them. So I look through and do this for your golden prospect. Look through their friends to see if there's anybody you know. If there's somebody you know, it might be an inroads into sparking up a conversation with that golden prospect. And so and there's a lot of people that let's get French. And I didn't really have any friends. And as I'm looking through there more, and I remember that I didn't have any friends. I met some cool people from looking at Eric Ward's friend, which is another thing that might happen too as you're searching your golden prospects. You may find more golden prospects. Some of their friends, your golden prospect may be a gateway uh, into several dozen other golden prospects. That's the beauty of this system is once you become friends with your golden prospect, they have friends too. So as you go through and looking at their friends, first see if you know any is to see if you know any of their friends. That way, you know you can get an introduction hopefully. If not, you can be looking forward to what other golden prospects you can find from their friends list. And that would be something that once you've succeeded in building a relationship with one prospect, you'll be able to then, like I said, use that as a gateway to skip over to the other golden prospects and use your new golden prospect as an introduction to them. So there's a lot of good things happen when you build relationships with people. So research the friends of your golden prospect to see if you can find any of them that are your friends. And I'm not going to tell you what to do if you do have a friend that happens, you find one of your friends in your golden prospect. Other than just take your friend's URL down or their name and write that down in your spreadsheet and put a column on your spreadsheet, friends. That way, if you do have some friends that they know and that are mutual friends, that what you do is you can then just put that on your spreadsheet. Then we'll get into that in a little bit. And also, as you're going through these names, make sure that these friends, you might find some other people you want to go after as far as prospects, and that's something I highly recommend you do because usually, you know, birds of feathers birds of a feather flock together, or birds of a feather flock together. That's what it is, and it's just true. People are very tribal, and usually, and we hang out with people that are like us. So you get one golden prospect, they usually are hanging out with a dozen other golden prospects. That's a cool thing about this, and you just keep going through and find their friends, and then after that. Make sure that you put down if you find some people that you know that are in their friends, maybe there's a good chance that you can get an introduction. Write that person's name down in your spreadsheet next to your golden prospect, and then we'll deal with that later. Another place you can search for friends is on LinkedIn. You could do that also on the Facebook page too, and look at all the people that maybe there's admins, other admins. But for the most part, I like looking at Twitter. Yeah, LinkedIn would be a good spot too. You can get introductions on LinkedIn. Though I find LinkedIn a little more impersonal. I give a lot of people, like I have 5,000, I don't know how many people are I'm connected with on LinkedIn. It's not a lot, but it's more than most people. And I'm constantly getting the messages asking for introductions to one of my connections, and I don't even know who that person is. I don't know how we're connected, and so there's a lot of I don't know, ambiguity in with LinkedIn where you may be a connection, but doesn't mean that you know that person. And then Twitter, it's if they're following each other, if the golden prospect is following that person, it's usually a good chance that they have a relationship built. So that's the difference between LinkedIn and Twitter. Why I like to refer back to Twitter, because those are usually a little more representative of the relation of a true relationship between your golden prospect and their friends. So that's what you do on their friends. Make search them, look for them, and if you can't find any of your friends and their friends, don't worry. I couldn't find any of my friends in Eric Ward's list either, so I had to make him a friend, and that was easy because Eric was a very likable person. But Will, as you know that, well, let's keep going. That's research your friends, look for your own friends, and then look for potential golden prospects from their list too. So take care of that, and I'll see you the next video.